The illegal border crossing at Roxham Road is costing Canadians $201 million plus staffing since 2021. I want to show you the damage and carnage caused by Justin Trudeau's open border policy at one point of entry into this country, an illegal point of entry called Roxham Road in Quebec.
But the Premier of Quebec would like the federal government, to close Roxham Road, to shut down that, basically illegal border entry where people are coming over to seek asylum. So what more can the federal government do? Quebec's saying, hey, we're getting an influx of 100 people a day. This is not sustainable.
Well, we watch really closely what takes place at the border and have for many years now. We work also very closely with the provincial government in Quebec. I've had a number of conversations about Roxham Road since I've been appointed with my counterpart, Minister Boulay. We have a very positive working relationship. We're going to continue to. And to the extent we can partner with them to make sure they have the resources that are necessary to manage whatever flows may take place is essential. But I also just want to point out that there are both domestic and international legal obligations that bind the Government of Canada that we will abide by. And we need to work with our partners in the United States to find a long-term solution by modernizing the Safe Third Country Agreement, as is outlined in my mandate letter.
Now, my colleague Alexa Lavoie has done some incredible work at Roxham Road, showing you just how hard it is to cross into Canada illegally. Taxi cabs from New York State traffic people who already don't qualify for asylum in a safe third country, the United States. So these people just take a cab up to the border and then just stroll on into Canada. Now, much of the data that I'm going to talk about today comes from Conservative MP Raquel Danco's order paper question, which asked Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada to divulge just some of the costs associated with maintaining and staffing at that illegal border crossing at Roxham Road, where we should probably just have a big fence and not any infrastructure processing people who refuse to follow the rules and come in the front door like everybody else. So let's go through these documents together. On page 3, we can see that there were just a little over 4,000 asylum claims in all of Canada in 2021 and up to 23,000 by August of 2022. And the number spiked that way because Roxham Road has been accounting for about 97% of all the border jumpers seeking asylum. Another set of documents we obtained shows that since January 2020, Roxham Road has accounted for over 30,000 asylum claimants of 32,000 in total. So what that means is if you close Roxham Road, the problem of people illegally coming into our country almost instantly vaporizes. It was solved already when the government closed the illegal border crossing during COVID. So it can be done. The feds just won't do it now. Anyway, let's get back into these documents. On page 6, we can see $61 million in costs to immigration in 2021 for Roxham Road infrastructure. Page 8, $93 million in 2022. So we've got $155 million in 2021 and up to October 2022. Now, starting on page 10, the government lists the individual contracts for service at Roxham Road. On page 32, we can see the CBSA, that's the Canada Border Services Agency, says 4,095 people entered Canada via Roxham Road in 2021 and 26,846 in 2022 up to September. Now, that other data that I showed you only went up to August. What that means is another nearly 4,000 people came into Canada at that one crossing in 1 month. Summertime. It's easier crossing. Page 33, that includes CBSA staffing numbers for Roxham Road. Over 100 people generally work there each and every month as border guards. The RCMP says they spent $7.6 million between April 2021 and October 2022 on Roxham Road, which, quote, does not include regular salary and indirect costs. On page 34, CBSA lists $13 million in costs for Roxham Road in 2021 and another $26 million for 2022, only up to October again. Page 35, CBSA also notes they've spent over $1,000 on, quote, destruction of merchandise for Roxham Road, whatever that means. So by my math, to maintain the illegal border crossing since January 2021, we're up to $201 million in change, not including salaries of up to 100 border guards and another 39 immigration staff and untold numbers of RCMP. And that's just at the physical site of Roxham Road. That's not all the social programs, housing, training, and immigration hearings we have to provide to people who just walk into our country and say, hi, I'm seeking asylum. So give me asylum, which is something, by the way, you could do at an airport if you wanted to play by the rules. You could, frankly, have built a really nice fence for $201 million. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. Some of the more tedious, but I think important work we do here at Rebel News involves just going through reams of paper and stacks of documents we obtain through access to information filings. To support those research and filing costs, please consider making a donation at rebelinvestigates.com.